What's up, everybody? Welcome into the DLLS Cowboys Podcast as we get you ready for a game with the Minnesota Vikings. The Trevon Diggs saga rolls on. We check in on George Pickens. We get you ready for the game. It's all happening. Meow. Hello, friends. Welcome in to another episode of the DLLS Cowboys Podcast as we get you ready for Cowboys Vikings this Sunday night. And, of course, because it is a preview show, it is presented by our friends at Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets, download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code DLLS. You get $20 off that first purchase. Terms apply. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. What time is it?
Game time.
Ooh.
Hey, Dro, you got to chill out. Dro knows got to chill out, man.
Dro's in there dropping the tank emoji.
Chill out, Dro. Chill out, Dro.
Look,
There's still a chance.
Look, if you're part of the YouTube Supporters Club, you get access to the emojis. You use them how you see fit.
Yeah, all right. You're right.
You guys see the latest mock drafts?
No.
Not right now.
Not right now.
No?
Still got a chance.
All right.
10% chance, Dro.
I saw a couple of them.
Not right now.
Because
lose to the Vikings in the Vikings post-game show Sunday night. I'll do a mock draft roundup.
What if you, and I want you to answer this, and I want you and only you, Dro, to answer this. What if they said you had a 10% chance that Holly Berry would say yes to a date with you?
A little too old for me.
Okay, Clarence. Okay, Papa.
So you're giving the chances of Halle Berry, whatever you just said, I couldn't hear you, higher than the Cowboys making the playoffs. Because they're at 9% right now.
They're at 9%. Okay. So if you told me
Oh no, they're at 10% actually.
They're at 10%?
Depends who you ask.
Our graphic says 10%.
Yeah, it depends
right?
what computer you ask.
So Dro, I'm just saying, like, pick whoever your Sydney Sweeney. Pick whoever you
Did she get canceled for something?
Margaret Robbie. Is that her name?
Margot
Robbie. Pick her. Like,
she's good looking.
Whoever's your choice.
The lady who played Missandei in Game of Thrones.
I have no clue who that is.
Let me look it up for you.
But I'm just saying, Dro, insert whoever you think that you don't have a chance with. If I told you, boom, you got a 10% chance. You like your odds.
This is Missandei from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I'm in on Missandei.
Yeah, Missandei.
I'm in on Missandei.
I would go. I had to get permission, probably, but we can hang out though.
Yeah, go to YouTube, Jesse. Missandei Jon Snow. That's all you got to type in.
Yeah.
So you got to sign in right there.
Yeah. Check all that out. It's great. Yeah. So welcome in, everybody. Let's party. And we're getting ready for Cowboys. We're getting ready for Vikings. And I think the top story, we will obviously preview the Cowboys hanging 40 on Minnesota in the second segment.
Wow.
Holding them to 0 in the third segment.
What's your name?
My name is Jeff.
There we go.
Thank you, Ali. Next to me is former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holly.
It's your boy, Jay Holly.
And next to him is the greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys that's currently on this set, Mr. Ali Jawad.
I hate when old men hit my nipples.
Yeah, and that
all
is, that's a defining personality trait of Ali right there.
Especially when it's cold outside. You're absolutely right.
Biggest story right now has to be Trevon Diggs again. He was supposedly like, all right, he's back to practice last week. Is he going to play? And the answer was no. And so now this week, is he back to practice? And why are the coaches now talking about him again? And the words that they're saying, I'm not hearing as, man, we love Trevon and we can't wait to get him back. What's going on with Trevon Diggs, guys?
They hate him.
Yeah.
They don't like Trevon Diggs. This is beyond football. This is personal. In my opinion. They and I should take that back. Let me retract that statement.
Coward.
They dislike him.
They're not the biggest fans.
They're not the biggest fans of Trevon Diggs, and you can date this all the way back to the beef that they had in training camp, and when Trevon was having the back and forth through social media. He put out, they put out a statement, he puts out a YouTube, but then he subtweets them, and then he does it. So there has been, and then, he comes back, and of course, sometimes when you stand next to people who they're trying to, they're having beef with, you ultimately become, now you're standing in unison with Micah.
That was a long play, though. That was for his Packers' future.
And it reminds me of, back when 50 Cent and Ja Rule had a beef.
Okay. And Ja Rule's kind of small, but I guess in the beef.
So was 50 Cent, actually. He's a small dude.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's got muscles.
Oh, he got some muscles.
Yeah. But they had this beef.
See how tall he is.
And so what ended up happening was anybody that did a song with Ja Rule while 50 Cent was trying to eliminate him, ultimately became enemies of 50 Cent.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm trying to eliminate this dude, and y'all jumping on a song with him. So the Cowboys are beefing with Micah, and you jumping in with Micah. So it's just it is a bad relationship between the two. Of course, don't miss the fact that you kept $500,000 that was supposed to come to me for a workout bonus.
Well, it's supposed to come to you if you work out at our facility.
And again,
that's on you.
Right. Remember that conversation. It was, they knew everywhere where I was at. We gave them weekly updates, and they're like, we got to be here.
Your contract said if you are here. You get
and so all of that, and it's been highly talked about the beef that he's had with the people in the training room and all that kind of stuff. The sooner this season ends for Diggs and for the Cowboys, the better. So they can rid themselves of each other and move forward in their respective directions and respective teams, wherever that may go. But the fact of the matter is they don't like each other.
No, not at all. We've been asking them all week long what's going on with the Trevon Diggs situation. And Shadi mentioned he's healthy. He wants to play, but also mentioned that we have to do what we think is in best interest of this team and that he's got to be consistent in everything that he has to do. And Flus as well, we asked him yesterday, what's going on there as well, and mentioned the same thing, that we want to see him do the right thing, quote unquote, that right thing being in meetings and practice walkthrough. Look, they're giving all these answers, and behind it, though, it's like, hey, we're done with you. Like, we're not trying to put you out there, but keep in mind, this window ends next Saturday. And so...
he has to be activated.
Yeah, by next week, or else that's it. He's done for the rest of the season. Goes back to IR for those that didn't know. So it's kind of like saying, like, hey, you're healthy, but, hey, we want to see you do this, this, and that before you can play. Translation, we don't want you to play.
Yeah, I'll throw out a Recky Specky that's really a bold prediction that may not be bold. If Trevon Diggs does not play this week, I don't think he'll play the rest of the year. I think that window will pass. I think that they will go, and I know I'm only predicting a 1 week thing there, but no, I think if he doesn't play this week, because if they're saying that's as negative as you will ever hear someone talk about a guy that is on the team,
right?
That, like, if you say he's healthy and we need him to go about it the right way or whatever, about a second contract guy that is highly paid, you are saying that guy's football character is trash. Like, that guy is not giving us what he has. That guy doesn't care. Like, to me, that's all in there.
Right.
As soon as you say he's healthy and he might not play, about a guy who's been an all-pro, you are telling me, no, like, he is absolutely not for us.
Right.
Something about the way he is comporting himself Monday through Friday, he don't care. He ain't interested.
And on top of that, Trevon had comments a couple of weeks ago. It just talked about, like, how everything is not equally distributed. Like, it was kind of like, hey, and I'm paraphrasing here, when I show up late, they said this. When these players show up late, they don't say a word.
Well, Pickens is going for $120 a week, my friend.
You said names. I didn't say any names.
Pickens going for $120 a week.
It's the first name that comes to mind.
I didn't say any names.
Let him go for 30 yards again, and let's see if that late meeting starts.
I didn't say any names. What I'm saying is,
George Pickens has missed a lot of meetings. I'm just going to tell you.
A lot of them. And so that's also one of those things where the dynamics of a locker room, because there are cliques. Just like Micah had his clique, there are some pro-clique Diggs and his crew people he confides in, the people that he sit next to, and they're in their own group chat. So trust and believe you me, when he's complaining about how when I show up late and they don't show up late, then, they say something to me, they don't say something to them. He's saying that to that group. And that group's probably looking at them like, yeah, man, how they get away with this and how they get to get away with that. Now, we'll say productivity all day. Hell, Jerry even said it. Jerry said it on air, on the radio. He's like, listen, basically, as long as George keeps showing up, that other stuff we're not worried about right now.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's not uncommon to pro sports.
No.
But
he's left. He just no longer exists in the same space.
No.
There was a time where Trevon Diggs could miss a meeting, but now you've been hurt every year for 5 years. They've questioned your work ethic and your commitment to what you're doing out here. And if you're not out there being an impact player, you don't get nothing. And now, you haven't been on the field, period, for years and years now, for the most part. And it's like, you don't get wiggle room. You don't get it.
Where do you point the fingers, though? Like, is it entirely on Diggs? Is it some blame to coaching, front office, like how this was all managed?
For me, I point the finger at Trevon. Because if you're healthy, you're play.
Right.
Like, if you're healthy, look at the George Pickens situations. If you're healthy and producing, and this is just not a Cowboy-related thing, this is since the inception of football, right? We've long made the jokes about Lawrence Taylor missing the first quarter of a game because he was so high, he didn't know, and he played the game. He got there late and played.
Yeah. Put him in. He's here.
Put him in. Like, if his name was Lawrence Johnson, they never would have him in the stadium, right? And so,
who are you?
Diggs didn't take rehab seriously, and which led to further damage of
that trust.
And that is irresponsible to not take your rehab seriously and ruin your knee for the rest of your life.
Coming from a man
who did it,
who didn't take his rehab seriously, and now walks around with a limp. So the ramifications are there, and that's what it boils down to. And to your point, Jeff, we talked along about this is an organization who plays the people that play, who plays the people they pay.
Right.
There's not a place where money sits.
And they're paying him.
Which
says a lot.
And that is the biggest telltale sign of it all, is that they're like, and that's how it's become personal from the top down. This ain't about, they've already said, you know what, bro, we already got to pay you, so we're not getting out of that. And, this is here. Like, we don't even like you like that anymore to even want to have you go through all these things. We want to make life very, 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 very difficult for you by saying things like, well, we need to see him practice. What next? We need to make sure that he uses a knife and a fork in the lunchroom?
This is now third Recce Spec of the segment.
Oh, boy, you on the Recce Spec roll, baby.
Because of all of those things, they say he's healthy. He does make a bunch of money. Once upon a time, he was an all-pro, Pro Bowl type player that makes big plays. Right. Turnovers mean everything, and he gets those. So I think it's not only do they know that his career's over when this season's over, not only do they not like the way that he approaches Monday through Friday, not only do they not like the way that he approached his rehab, they think he can't play no more. Because I think all of that is secondary if you think he can help you beat the Vikings. I think they think he can't play anymore. And that's tough for him because if I were him, we've talked about this before, he goes through this whole year without playing. The last tape that he put out wasn't good. He's had surgery on both knees. If you think you're healthy and you're good, do what you got to do to get on the field. Go put at least 3 weeks out to people and be like, I'm still him. Because right now you're going to get to the offseason and 32 teams are going to look at it like, yeah, like I give you a contract, but you ain't getting paid.
Yeah, but okay.
And he's a 1 year guy.
He's a 1 year guy.
If he's a one, and that likely happens sometimes when guys are coming off injuries. Because I'm the opposite. If I'm Trevon, I'm saying to myself,
that ain't gonna be good anyway.
I'm done for the rest of this year because I'm going into free agency 100% healthy. And I have enough suitors out there. I have enough friends in whether that's Green Bay, whether that's Washington, Al Harris over there. Look what he did with Nashon Wright over there in Chicago.
Yep. I
have enough people in places of power where I can come in and get a workout. And if that means that I have to do a 1 year deal for, I don't know, $6-7 million or $5 million to prove myself, I've already made generational money, and now I go out there and I prove it again, and on a 1-year deal in a place that I want to be. I can get back to the table in a year. Like I'm not that far removed from being at the table.
2 knees removed.
Well, that's why I would say for him, bro, go ahead and get all the way healthy.
Yeah.
Even if that means that if he doesn't play this week, and that window that you talked about next Saturday closes, bro, I am tipping my cap to the Cowboys, and I'm going to Miami. I'm going back to where I feel like I'm getting trained the best at, and I'm going to rehab for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And really be ready for the offseason for workouts.
Trevon Diggs is going to get the dreaded, whatever contract he signs is going to say he gets up to a certain amount of dollars. It's going to be like, if you play.
And make a bunch of interceptions.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, how the Cowboys are going to score 40, the most important matchup of this game. It's next.
What's going on, man? If you are worried about where I'm going to get my sports tickets, the Cowboy games, the Mavs games, the Rangers games, the Stars game, it doesn't matter. Or if you're worried about that huge event coming in to Arlington, the World Cup, if you're worried about where you're going to get those tickets from, let me take the worry out of your mind. You don't have to worry about it anymore because Game Time is where you should go. Yeah, well, that's a little bit premature, but Game Time is where you should go. You should download the app. Right? And then once you download the app, use this promo code. Use DLLS promo code, and then you get $20 off your first purchase. Don't look any further about where you should get your tickets from. And it's not just sporting events, also plays or concerts or any other thing. Take the guesswork out of buying soccer tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the promo code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create your account, redeem the code DLLS for $20 off. Swipe, tap, clip. Download the Game Time app today.
Yes. Also, I want to help you guys out in the holiday season. Head to our friends at Aura Frames, AURA frames.com. And they've got the hookup for you on a wonderful, wonderful holiday gift. You might just gift card it like me. You get your little Cracker Barrel gift card.
Nah.
You're not winning with that.
Nah.
But if your mom, your sister, your auntie,
your girl,
your niece, your girl opens up a nice Aura frame, which you can add a personalized message with that delivery. They can then put whatever they want in there straight from the phone. You can share whatever pics you want. It's lovely. For a limited time, you can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com. You get $35 off Aura Frames' best-selling Carver Mat frames, named #1 by Wirecutter. You just use that promo code DLLS at checkout. That's auraframes.com. Promo code DLLS. The deal is exclusive to our listeners. Frames sell out fast. Order yours now so you can get it in time for the holidays. Support the show. Mention us at checkout and get your hookup at Aura Frames. Terms and conditions apply. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It is the DLLS Cowboys Podcast. It's good to see you guys. Please smash the like button while you're here. I'm not satisfied with the number.
I like to say, though, when you were out yesterday, we were up to about like 150, even in your absence.
What the? You guys know that if that happens, you know what that means.
Listen, the BET show was lit yesterday, man. We had the BET show coming up in here, man. I'm just saying that
you guys know what that means for my future.
Not knocking you off the captain seats. Not marking you off. Not knocking you off the captain seat.
Yeah.
Just putting a little bit of value in my seat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just letting you know.
But you just got signed.
Well,
I'm in a Diggs situation here.
Okay.
Still get any credit.
You got the bad knees like Diggs. Now you gotta have to sign that up. You got to rehab better, man.
My future's in flux. Hit the like button, please.
Better.
Cowboys offense, Minnesota Vikings defense, must-win game as every single game the rest of the way out.
Yeah.
And need Philadelphia to go ahead and hold some L's. That would be nice. I do think the most important thing is to find the positivity bunny that the Eagles had in their locker room for like 4 or 5 days.
Positivity bunny.
They had a big inflatable bunny that they said was the positivity bunny or the positivity rabbit. Yeah. And they lost to the Chargers and they got rid of the positivity bunny. So if anybody can find that on the side of the road, like, I'll take it.
I'll pay for it.
I think it'd be fun to have a big old inflatable bunny just hanging out.
Boss, let's get a positivity bunny in here.
Yeah. I don't want a bunny. Let's get a positivity llama.
A what?
A llama.
A llama.
I like to pretend that it's pronounced llama.
Okay.
And I want to get a couple. It's kind of what I want to do.
Did you ever put that Tyrannosaurus Rex
Santa riding a T-Rex?
Yeah.
I think it's still in the garage. Bought it for last Christmas. Never opened it. Maybe I'll do that today. What do you think the odds are that I do that today?
Not today. I'm almost wondering, can I come by the house and pick it up? Put it on my yard.
Can I find it? This is the question. Can I find it? First thing for the Cowboys offense against the Vikings defense. Predictions for George Pickens. When this game is over, are we right back where we've been most of the year, where it's like, woohoo, this is fun? Or are we getting critical of the guy who had one off day and looked wonky?
That's y'all. I wasn't critical.
He looked wonky.
Not to me.
I heard Dak after the game. Dak thought he looked wonky.
Not to me. He just didn't make the play. He just didn't make the plays.
Nothing to see here.
Not to me. It's who he's been all year long. He just made the plays for the other games.
Teams.
He didn't make it in Detroit.
Yeah.
That wasn't the first time he was doubled. That was the first time George Pickens he was doubled this season? No.
We're not letting one game get in the way, I would say. But I'll only say this. Minnesota's pass defense, it's a stingy one.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't allowed a 200-yard passer in 5 weeks. They haven't allowed a 100-yard receiver.
Well, they've been on a nice roll then, because their numbers on the year
in 7 games.
Well, they're an okay. They're an all right defense.
Their defense, it's their offense.
It's not bad.
It's that's
their
the
offense
issue.
is atrocious. Yes. Yeah.
Like when you just like sometimes like when I prepare for a game, I'll go and look at the roster. Just look at the roster, right? And I'm just like, okay, what players do I recognize and I know?
They got a nice defensive front.
They got a nice.
They do.
They got their DBs aren't bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like their safeties aren't bad. Their linebackers aren't bad.
Right.
They're where they have been where this defense has been sold out is their offense hasn't produced. JJ McCarthy has not been what they thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
When this team, this
a really good team with Sam Bradford.
This roster, primarily this entire roster, was the roster that they had and won 14 games with last year.
Yeah.
The biggest piece of that is missing is Sam Darnold. You said Sam Bradford. Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Let me do my Sam.
Yeah, I was like, wait. I was like,
let me do my
Sam
Sam's how I want to do my
Darnold
Sam.
is in Seattle. And JJ McCarthy can't run this offense effectively. And so now they're not scoring points. Like, people are asking the question, like, oh, is Justin Jefferson, has he lost it?
No, he hasn't lost
No, he
it.
hasn't lost. Here's my thing. Sleep on him this weekend.
He's falling apart.
Sleep on Justin. Go man-to-man on him this weekend, and we'll be in the post-game show talking about something. Damn, the Cowboys get right.
He's had 2 100-yard games this season. Both those came with Carson Wentz, because Carson Wentz will get him the ball.
Yeah.
Go back to J.J. McCarthy, he's non-existent. Like, that should tell you what. I'm not trying to up Carson Wentz, but at least he'll target knowing, hey, that guy's pretty good. Get him the ball.
First of all, you guys are doing the wrong side of the ball right now for no reason.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right. Defensively,
First of all,
we
y'all
know
doing the
because their
wrong side of
offense
the ball
impacts their defense.
Yeah.
for no reason.
Defensively,
Let me tell you about the Vikings defense. Their offense sucks.
Defensively, this is not a bad unit.
Not at all.
And Joe Hoyt in there talking about something. I thought
Joe, get out of the chat.
Sam Jackson. Samuel. This defense not a bad unit, man. And the thing that the Cowboys have to be wary about, we talked about Brian Flores and his blitzing.
Yep.
He is going to blitz you. He's going to blitz you. He is going to blitz you. Did I mention?
Yeah, blitz rate.
That he is going to blitz you.
About 46% of the snaps.
Like they're bringing it from exotic looks. They're bringing it off the corner. They're bringing it off the slot. The thing that I talked about yesterday in KBBU was the cross dog. They want to confuse offensive linemen. They want to get
cross. There's 2 dogs.
But they want to mess the count up in the offensive line. They're gonna line 8 guys up across the line of scrimmage, and they're gonna make you have to figure out who's who and where are they coming from. And then they'll line 8 up, and Coach Schottenheimer talked about that this morning in his radio call. He said, man, they'll line 8 up, they'll bring 3. They'll line 5 up, they'll bring all 5. They'll line 6 up, 7 up. And you just don't know where it's coming from. You don't know when it's coming, but they try to confuse the count. And one of the things that they want to do is when they blitz, they want to bring it towards the middle of the line. They want that center to be in confused.
Leave our tackles alone.
They might attack the tackle this week, but this is not a bad unit. If the Cowboys don't have answers for them, they can make this game difficult.
Yeah, it's a good unit. I mean Brian Flores, credit to him, and I see him getting a chance at being a head coach again one day in this league. I think he's done a phenomenal job coordinating this defense with, again, how bad the other side of the ball's been. We talk about the blitz. Dak, 1,033 yards, 8 touchdowns. He's completed 70% of his passes against the blitz. So it's kind of like strength on strength. They can blitz, get after you, but we have a quarterback. Cowboys have a quarterback that can respond to that as well. Talking about the pass defense as well, something's got to give here because Cowboys are number 1 passing offense. Minnesota's number 4. I mentioned they haven't allowed a 200-yard passer in 5 games. They've allowed one 300-yard passer. Jeff, you're going to hate the answer on who it is.
Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
You think I don't know when he accidentally threw for 300? I know when he accidentally threw for 300. Look, when the forward pass is a trick play, occasionally you can make some plays.
Well, I bring that up because
our flea flicker is their slant.
Dak has thrown 300 yards in 3 straight games. He has a chance to become the first Cowboy quarterback to extend that streak to 4 games in a row. So it's like something's got to give here. One side gets the best over the other.
Immovable object versus the irresistible force. And I like that matchup for Dallas. Minnesota's coming off their best game of the season, right? By a mile.
31-0. Yep.
But if you're telling me that the challenge you have to overcome as an offense against this defense is your quarterback mentally has to be up to the task of who's coming from where and what's happening back there, cool. I like that being the challenge that you have to overcome. I'll put it on Dak. I got no problem with that.
Yeah, see, I don't think it's on Dak. I think Dak's going to know will he have time to get it?
Will it be on the offensive linemen who don't recognize what's happening or whatever?
He knows what
they just go full Green Bay on him. I'm getting hit again. Whee! Okay. Perfect.
You're calling on Javonte to pick up the blitz as well and then pitch out and help out in that area as well, too.
And he's done a great job with that. I think he has like a 97% blocking success rate when it comes to picking up the right blitzer. But again, this is another type of like BB has never seen, I don't believe, a Brian Flores defense. I don't know. Or Tyler Booker has it. Like there's some components.
I bet
to this.
Tyler Booker has it.
He has it. I know for sure he has it.
I bet he has it.
But yeah, I think Dak has a very good understanding of it. Yes. Does the offensive lineman? We'll see.
We got a few super chats. Let's knock those out. Please hit the like button. Turns out I'm getting fired if we don't get over 150 today. Nesto's in the super chat. He said, Jalen Hurts lit them up. If you block it up, Dak can have a day. Now, blocking it up is a challenge for the Cowboys. I believe last week your offensive tackles between the two of them combined to allow 14 pressures. That's not good.
Yep.
DeMonte's in the super chat. Who would y'all want as the next DC? Brian Flores. I would want someone from that Texans defensive staff. Thoughts? Boy, that Texans defense is good.
It is.
That Texans defense is good. It is. It's
Do
a
I
weird.
Get the players too?
Huh?
Do I get the players too?
That Texans defense is a weird world to live in. But watching them play the Chiefs when the Chiefs had the ball late, and it's like if they go drive and score, they're going to win the game. I don't know if I've ever felt this way before, but I was like, there's no chance Pat Mahomes and them are going to go drive and score. And that's a weird place for your brain to be.
But I think the difference a lot of times between like wanting defensive coordinators and wanting offensive coordinators. Defensive coordinators, do I get the players that? Because give me.
Jesse, I can give you the answer. No, you're not allowed to have their roster.
Okay,
it's not allowed. It's not how it works.
Good luck trying to get Kenneth to be in the right place.
But I'll take anybody who's been hanging out in Houston, like a fan, whatever, over what I got. You know, we want a DC.
Do I get Derek Stinley Jr.? Do I get what's my name? Will Jr.? What's my name?
Will Anderson.
Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Do I get who else they have?
The other corner Lassiter's been balling too.
Do I get those guys? If I get those guys, then again, give me the Houston equipment manager.
How did that work out last time? With Luce comes in. Hey, I want my guy Sanborn. Come on over here.
No, that's not the same.
We might need to get Sanborn back on the field. What happened to him? Did he break something?
What happened?
I don't even remember what happened to him.
He's been rehabbing this whole time.
He just faded away. Cowboys offensive tackles. Can they hold Tyler Guyton? Unlikely to play? He was DNP yesterday, right?
He was DNP. He was rehabbing Wednesday. Didn't see him at all yesterday. And usually by then you kind of start to think, all right, next guy up.
All right.
You guys, Shotty said it in his radio, and he was like, he has a long way.
All right, you guys ready for my draft question of the day?
Yep. You got 30 seconds.
Would you be like I think a lot of the fan base would be if it turns out that the Cowboys look at this roster and they're like, well, we're done with the Terrence Steele thing. We're going to save money there. We're going to cut him. Nate Thomas ain't a starting offensive tackle. When the Cowboys use another first-round pick on an offensive tackle, you going to be mad?
You can't. And not that you can't because –
I need one.
I'm saying not that you can't because I'm like not as important. you gotta spend some draft capital fixing that defense.
We do the rest of them.
Problem is, you don't have a second or third.
That's the thing. It's like you gotta.
We'll end up with something. We'll trade down one of these picks.
The Cowboys have 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, we'll trade down one of them.
So, okay. No, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. They got 2 first-round picks.
Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys Podcast, let's take a look at what these guys did for half of this segment, jerks. Let's talk about how bad J.J. McCarthy is and how the Cowboys are going to make him look sick. Well, this could be a get-right game. Let's figure it out.
Let's not go there.
Let's figure it out next.
What's going on, people? It's your boy, Jay Holly, man. And have you ever wanted to be a major leaguer? You know, like the type of people who have the names on the back of their jerseys, hanging out in the dugouts. Yeah. You know, what the all-time greats have been there before. Your boy got good news for you. The Texas Rangers Fantasy Camp, presented by National Car Rental, is happening this January. It's the opportunity to live out your dreams. January 7th through 11th, you have 5 unforgettable days to spend time at the Texas Rangers spring training facilities in Arizona, man. I'm telling you, this is going to be a time of your life. Campers, if you're there, treat it like big leaguers. Custom Rangers uniform, professional grade equipment, access to the Full House Clubhouse, post-game happy hours, all of the above. You want to be a part of it. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you. Hang out with guys like Pudge Rodriguez and Fergie Jenkins. Yeah. You don't want to miss that, and many more will be there. This is an opportunity of a lifetime for you. You do not want to miss this. Spots are limited and going to fill up fast. Secure yours today. Rangers.com/fantasycamp.
Also want to shout out our friends at Prize Picks. You guys know how I do Prize Picks. Just download it on your phone. You could go on the internet and use Prize Picks, but I just have it on the phone. Got the app, Prize Picks app.
Right there.
And what you do is you just say, hey, I think so-and-so is going to have more or less than their projected stats. For example, this weekend, I have a couple of things pulled up in front of me. J.J. McCarthy, who you're playing against, is not good at sport, right?
Yeah.
190.5 pass yards. That's a tiny number. I might do some hating and say less than that. I might do it.
That's a little hating right there.
With the Cowboys pass defense, Dak's number is 262.5. More. Okay. He's going to throw for 1,100 yards in the game. And that's all you got to do on Prize Picks. You make those picks, you combine those bad boys, and if you win, you get paid. It's lovely. So take part. Get in there. Do some hating on Philadelphia this weekend. I don't know. Or you can do other sports too, whatever you want to do. Get the app today. Use the code DLLS. You're going to get $50 in lineups. When you play that first $5 lineup, that's code DLLS to get $50 in lineups. After you play your first $5 lineup, Prize Picks, it's good to be right. All right, let's talk about the Cowboys' defense and how they're going to absolutely destroy the Minnesota Vikings offense to the tune of, I've got this game going 43-2 is the score I have. Well, a really nice punt. They'll have a really nice punt that pins you back deep, and the Cowboys will do the real lazy thing, hand it off to Javonte, and they'll know that you're going to run, and they'll stop that. So that'll get them 2. And at that point in the game, it'll be 16-2. And then you'll end up at 43-2.
Blow them out the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's the way I've got this thing going. Minnesota Vikings offense, interestingly, on the year, we have to throw out the on-the-year stats for a couple of things in this game, I do believe.
Okay.
Because on the year, the Cowboys are a trash run defense. That's not true anymore. Since Quinnen Williams exists, it's just not true anymore. The Minnesota Vikings are not a great running team, but since the return of Aaron Jones in Week 8, I believe, they've been a really good run team. However you want to measure it. You see some of the numbers from the Data Den if you're watching on YouTube. They are quite good. Aaron Jones is still quite good. Mm-hmm. And so you actually have a really nice matchup of good on good when it comes to Minnesota trying to run the ball and the Cowboys trying to stop them. Choose your fighter.
And on top of that, Aaron Jones, he likes to get busy against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I got the numbers in front of me.
Yeah,
if you want those?
Yeah.
That's his 3 times he's played the Cowboys.
3 times he's played the Cowboys. He's with the Green Bay Packers, but he has 370 yards rushing. 370 yards rushing.
Sure enough.
6.6 yards a carry and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah. 6 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Jones, and just another little nugget. Aaron Jones went to high school in Texas, went to college in Texas. His family, his entire family, are Cowboy fans. I don't know what it is that he loves to come play against the Cowboys, and he eats every time he comes and plays against the Cowboys. So you're talking about, which one that we're going to go with. Aaron Jones has proven to us over time. What did it say?
Look at Nesto in the chat.
God,
Aaron Jones playing. Yeah, so if you're not too familiar with all the NFL teams, but you are familiar with your Cowboys,
yes,
just the name Aaron Jones, you go, well, that's $130.
Yeah.
You know what? Forget Justin Jefferson. It's all about Aaron Jones, right?
That's right. Well, I tell you what, the Cowboys will play it that way. The Cowboys' favorite thing, and don't worry about what I do in my own brain to twist things up to make everything anti-Jerry. In my brain, they're playing 5-man defensive fronts and all these D tackles because they want to get to the end of the year. And Jerry Jones be like, see, we fix that run defense.
We stopped Aaron Jones, guys.
Yeah, every time they drop back, it's 73 yards and a touchdown. But, boy, we stopped that run, didn't we? We couldn't do that with that old, what's his name, that bum that I got rid of. Now we're formidable. And so, yeah, I actually anticipate that I think the Cowboys can win that matchup. I think when it comes to limiting Aaron Jones, like if he is a 5 or 6 yards per carry, I'll be surprised. I think it'll be your very standard. Aaron Jones ran it 13 times for 4 yards a pop, and the run game is not going to be what hurts you.
So what do you – go ahead.
Don't forget Jordan Mason. I mean, what was the stat, John, with Aaron Jones, 3.9 yards after contact? Both of them, yeah. 3.46, yeah. Jordan Mason, 3.32. That ranks in the top 10 as well. Mentioned last week, tackling's been an issue. Tackling's been an issue for a long time. Basically, they get past the first level. There's no trust in the linebackers, as we all know.
No, I'm sorry. It sounds to me like my guy Logan might get some PT this week.
Maybe.
It sounds to me like he might get a little PT this week.
But, all right, so where do you guys put into this? Because, like, once I went back and I watched a little bit of the Detroit game for the Cowboys defensively. And
why did you do that to yourself?
Well, because I wanted to see
that's work.
I wanted to see just how much it was scheme. I wanted to see what it looked like. Were they targeting certain things and certain runs? And because I looked at Kevin O'Connell and what the tree that he comes from. He comes from one of those Sean McVay. He's a Sean McVay disciple. So there are certain things that those level of coaches bring to the table as far as schematically, that I'm going to get these runs to where I'm letting certain guys free, or we're concentrating on these runs to get this guy to get knocked out the way so we can get to the next guy.
Leave Sam Williams unblocked if you want to.
Well, I mean, Sam White running down the backside, but like Detroit attacked Osa. Osa, like they attacked him. They moved Osa last week. And they were very, very design oriented at where they wanted to run the ball. They made no bones about that. And I think Kevin O'Connell is one of those coaches that I put in that conversation of well-designed, scripted formations, runs, all that. Like he goes in that conversation with, I'm not saying he's up there with them, but when I talk about the McVays and the Shanahans, like O'Connell's in that conversation. And with the run game and Aaron Jones, I think they're going to try to work some things out that the Cowboys, to your point as well, Ali, if we can get past that first line, now maybe that means 12 personnel, 13 personnel, right? Bring in more tight ends so that they have to bring in more linebackers or however they want to do it, so that now we can get the runs that we want at the people that we want them to.
I do think there's another important thing to watch in this game. The closer you get to the end of the season on a team that is not going anywhere, Jesse Holley has alerted me to this situation. The guys in the locker room are really ready to book vacation and do all these different things. Will Justin Jefferson quit the sport in this game? Because he's been playing with J.J. McCarthy all season.
Nah. He's
been playing with J.J. a lot.
I have
most of the season.
I have 190 reasons why he won't quit just yet.
100 and he'll get to his 1,000.
He get to his 1,000.
He'll get stumble drunk to 1,000. He can still quit in the game. Let the game get out of hand a little bit, and he can still quit in the game and cuss out his quarterback. But yeah, those numbers where through week 14, that's not bad for insert wide receiver here. For the guy who goes for 1,500 every year.
For Ryan Flournoy, those are great numbers.
He is not having the time of his life.
Yeah. No. Not for a top 3 receiver in the league.
No, he's
not.
At
week 14. He's not at 1,000 yards yet. That's not the conversation that he wants to have.
No, he's supposed to have 150 catches.
Right. And normally, like if you go back and you look at his stats normally, those stats you'll next to it it'll be like
we're halfway through the year.
First. It'll like tied for first, second, third, fourth. Like he's always in that category of being top 2 or 3 receivers across the National Football League.
Yeah. And add on to, I mean, what's really hurt their offense too, and Justin Jefferson has been them turning the ball over a lot. Their 19 interceptions are the most by any offense between the three quarterbacks. I know.
You can't not throw for any yards and not throw for any touchdowns and throw a bunch of picks, JJ. Is that what JJ's doing?
Well, he's 10 of the 19 have belonged to him, although 4 of them came from, what's his name, that undrafted guy they started in one game.
Yeah, we don't worry. That's not worry about it.
Yeah. But
whose name I didn't know. I was like, who is this person that's in the NFL? You want to talk about a team that wanted to put everything and make sure the rookie felt good? Like, look, I know we had a guy in front of you last year. You're not going to have to worry about this one because you never heard of him.
Right.
But if you look at this game, like, okay, they throw a bunch of picks. I mean, is this the type of game where you look at, hey, Deron Bland, what have you made a living off doing in your entire career? And what did he do back in Washington? I know that was his only pick of the year, went for a pick 6, but this type of game where you think you should have a game-changing or momentum-changing big defensive play.
That would be nice. It would be a nice day for us to feel good about Bland. I do have Jeff's guys that matter on defense in this game.
Let me hear.
And not only do they matter in this game, it's what matters to me for the rest of the season for the Cowboys defense. What I am most interested in is how does DeMarvion Overshown look and how does Savone Revel look? To me, those are the two that matter the most to me because I don't care what happens with a bunch of dudes that aren't going to be here. Like, I care because I want them to win the game. I want the Eagles to lose their game against the Raiders, which would be hilarious. I want those things to happen. I want them to make the playoffs. I want all of those things. Realistically, when the Cowboys have a chance to do something real fun is probably next year and the year after and maybe the year after. And to do that, you need guys that you're hopeful for, that are young players, that are cheap. You need those guys to ball out. So I think it's a really big week, month, whatever for Overshown so that we can spend the offseason feeling really good that, dude, we've got a plus player at linebacker. Mm-hmm. Not the guy who's coming off injury and is out there and it looks okay, but the guy we hoped we had. I want to see that. Right. And then with Savone Revel, part of this is my issues with Matt Eberflus, and part of it is you will have to learn these things. Savone Revel was drafted as a guy who doesn't really fit what Eberflus does. He was a guy that was drafted because they thought he was really, really good, and he was way too good to still be available where they had a pick, so they picked him. And the traits and the reasons they liked him are there on tape. That dude hadn't run zone coverage, basically at all, and he's having to run a ton of it. Now, part of this is to Savone Revel. That is stuff you have to figure out. Because we can say, oh, he's a press man corner, oh, he's a press man corner. No team runs man coverage more than half the snaps. So, like, that will be a part of your game. Should it be 85, 90% of your snaps? No. Any smart coach wouldn't be doing that. But you will have to learn that. And so it's the young guys that are supposed to be guys that you can count on to be plus players. I want to see them showing that as we work our way towards the end of the season. That's why they're Jeff's guys that matter.
Where's Savone Revel at health-wise?
I don't like that he's fiddle-farting with a brace a lot.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
And so I guess I don't know the answer to that question.
Coach
Trevon Diggs, they said, is healthy. He don't even get to play. So,
because Coach said the other day that he was dealing with some soreness in the knee, right? Like he was dealing with some soreness in that knee from, I don't know if it was playing or what have you, but he was limited at some point
on Wednesday.
On Wednesday. So, you know, that's a little bit concerning as well for a guy who's been out as long as he's been out, and now after 3 games, back.
3 or 4, yeah.
3 or 4 games back.
Raiders was Raiders.
So so after Raiders now we're talking about now you having some soreness, swelling in that knee.
Okay, so maybe what I need to see from Savone Revel is him not play and get ready for next year. And let's get Trevon Diggs out there. They said he's healthy. That's what they told me. If he's healthy, we should probably go ahead and let that man play football.
That's a good point.
Jadeveon Clowney. What is his Ali? You're out there. What is his practice status? Does he look like
he was limited Wednesday, but was a full go yesterday. I mean, he's been moving around pretty well. He's been participating in I don't see why he's not a go this week. And I mean, yes, you felt not having him out there last week, absolutely, because I mean he was picking up some steam in the last couple of weeks. And Minnesota's offensive line has been really bad all season long. They've allowed 47 sacks, 189 pressures, something like that. But I see him trending playing this week from what I've seen out there.
Sometimes sacks are a QB stat, and I think when you're playing a young quarterback that invites those sorts of things, it's a nice week to take advantage of it. So if you have Jadeveon Clowney, that sure would be helpful. We got a super chat from Chris. Can't wait to watch another Flus masterclass. I agree with him. A great defensive coordinator like Matt Eberflus. I think this is the sort of week where he really schemes it up to outcoach Flores.
But you know what? Here's what I laughed at last week because we were like, "Oh, well, Flus, why didn't you blitz more? Why didn't you blitz more?" And I'm like, y'all don't want that other dude. Y'all don't want number 0 out there 1-on-1 with the linebacker. Flus knew what he was doing. Flus was like, they're gonna put 70 up there if I blitz. And now Kenneth or Logan or Overshone or Sanborn or Maris or whoever we have at linebacker has to cover number 0 in space.
Let's just stop playing linebackers. Rush 5, 6 DBs on the field. And let's just get weird. Sign me up for the defensive coordinator who's like, I don't care what the NFL thinks defense is. I've got a new idea.
Call Gary Patterson. He'll get you right.
Gary Patterson.
Just see what happens. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, we do have your players to watch. You have to hit the like button or I'm getting fired. But we got your players to watch. We got your picks. You got your predictions. It's all coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. We do got some hats for you now. I am waiting. My beige one is on the way. I like that black one too. My problem is I don't ever do anything but boring colors, and I need to. I need to get a little pop. Pop in my life. But so I ordered the beige hat. So that's what I did.
You know what? It's a start. It's a progressive start in the color theme world direction.
Everything black, white, and gray.
Yeah, you're just
that is my life. But yeah, we got some new hats for you in the merch store. Go take a peek at those. Sign up to be a diehard as well. When you do that, you get access to beat writers and their premium content for all of your DFW sports teams. We got every beat covered. You get ad-free experience on the website, which is nice. My favorite thing is probably that you get to join our Discord, where all the different hosts are in there and all of the diehards. And we got all sorts of stuff going on in there. It's not just sports talk. Building a community is what it is. People are in there sharing recipes, and I'm kind of lazy. I just swing by Wild Fork Foods and get all the meats. And
I want a po' boy. Give me a recipe for a po' boy.
Go into the
shrimp po' boy.
Go into the food section of the Discord for our diehards, and somebody who's watching will go in there and hit you with a recipe. Jesse's looking for a recipe.
Shrimp po' boy.
You go in there and talk wrestling with KG. Nothing makes him happier. I think Ben will get in on that too. If you want to talk about WrestleMania, I don't know if that's like this month or in 11 months. I have no.
Go far.
Okay, I'll talk with Ali about WrestleMania. Who's going to headline WrestleMania? Will it be HBK?
John Cena.
Will it be The Undertaker?
John Cena's last match is this Saturday.
Oh, is it this Saturday?
Last match this Saturday. It's a big one. Get in the chat. Talk about that John Cena last match. It'll be great. You also get to pick a free t-shirt when you sign up. You get the Stay Shiesty shirt or whatever else you want. So sign up to be a diehard. Do it today at alldlls.com. All right, let's hit you with the players to watch in this Cowboy game against the Minnesota Vikings. It's a must-win. You're going to be shocked to find out.
Very shocked.
But the players to watch, Ali does this every week, and he's got 5 of them suckers for you.
Yeah, I mentioned him just now. First up, we went with DaRon Bland. The matchup, Justin Jefferson, but also the opportunity to try to make a big play defensively as well in this game with how turnover-prone the offense is.
Let me ask you this question, though, Ali, Jeff.
It better be a question.
It'd be a good question.
Oh, it will definitely be a question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, are they going to pick on him? Like, are they going to pick on DaRon Bland?
I don't think teams go to pick on DaRon Bland.
No, Jacoby Brissett said. Jacoby Brissett said, "Hey, what's my guy's name? Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah,
you haven't had a great year, but we'll get you started today, and we're gonna have you because we're talking about the bigger receivers, right?
Yeah, bigger receivers are
the ones that he struggled with.
I don't know if Jay Jetta counts as big.
6'1", 6'2" ish.
He's not small, but he's not big.
He's more talented than Marvin Harrison.
He got ear. It's dudes that go,
but he got a little raw in him too.
He got a little.
It's not raw. It might be like a little.
That don't sound tough.
Wow.
Although cats are terrifying.
You know. Are they gonna pick on him?
I don't think people intentionally pick on DaRon Bland, but I do think that he'll be targeted a lot because I think people don't think about DaRon Bland. Like, they're not saying, hey, let's go get after. I think people look at the Cowboys corners and they go, I don't care. Like wherever the number one is, throw to the number one.
Okay.
And most teams are right-handed, so most teams number one is going to be either in the slot on the right or outside on the right a lot. And I think it can look that way, but I think teams just think, yeah, you're here and he's here and that guy's here, and I don't care about any of you. Like we just run our offense because we ain't scared of none of you.
It is JJ McCarthy.
It is.
If it was a better QB, I'd be like, they'll pick on him, but he's been bad all season.
But if you go, this receiver is a hundo, and the quarterback on a scale of 0 to 100 is a 19, what number does the corner have to be to win that matchup? Can you win it at a 55?
And see, that's the part that worries me is because if Eberflus tries to go back to that man coverage, blitzing and stuff like that, Jet is one of those guys where he's an elite receiver. I don't give a damn what the numbers say.
No, he's nasty.
Right.
Like,
absolutely.
He can take a hit, slant. Like, he's one of those guys where he can catch it, turn, and if he gets to the open field, we don't have a defender on our team in our secondary that can catch him. Like, he's that good of a player.
He's also the kind of guy that I'm scared for guys like Savone Revel, because I don't know if you guys know this yet. I'm scared of the tall corner. Shout out to Deshaun Wright getting it going in Chicago, but when the Cowboys picked him, I'm like,
shout out to our Harris.
Yeah. Right.
When the Cowboys picked him, I'm like, yeah, they just burned a draft pick. I fear the tall corner. Because the guys who got the your legs are this long, and theirs aren't, and they go and they know where they're going, and you don't, and that's tough. You don't have a corner that can cover Justin Jefferson. The only guy who can cover Justin Jefferson is
JJ McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy. That's who can cover him.
Ryan Flanoy. Look, weeks ago, he was preparing for his first opportunity when CD went down the Jets game. He had a week to prepare. Last Thursday, says a whole lot more about Flanoy. Like, you're thrown in there. You can't even think about it. It's a tight ball game, good opponent, better defense than obviously your first go-around with the Jets. And he 115 yards. 110 of those yards came in the second half. And the touchdown, of course, to make it a 3-point game. Regardless of where Flanoy is, I'm not looking at him as, all right, he's behind Pickens and then CD, I understand. Like, no, now it's like this guy needs 6, 7, 8 targets a game now. It's not, all right, CD's healthy, Pickens is, all right, we'll throw him a couple. No, he needs to be in the game plan more than ever.
See, I hear that Clarence thinks.
I love how you put this.
Because Flanoy got to step into the CD role.
Oh, God.
That there is no drop-off from CD to Flanoy.
Can we do a better drop? That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And we should trade
no.
CD.
I love how you put this false propaganda out on the back of Clarence.
I believe that Clarence believes that was because he was in the CD role, and he's better at it.
Let's not go that far.
Wow.
Just a better, more consistent player.
That might be the biggest Recky-Specky of the day.
Cowboys are going to throw the ball all over these dudes. It is PTB2, and it is coming for you. Let me knock out a super chat as we work our way through the players to watch in this game. Please hit the like button. I get fired if we don't have 150. We'll only have 108. General Jarrett. Evening, General. Morning, General. Diggs, best corner Cowboys have had in the 2000s, and nobody can tell me differently. Better than Bland, Carr, Byron Jones, you name them. Guys like that should be praised for life. Simple. You can do that. Yeah, the Joneses might not like him. Trainer might not like him. Some of his teammates might not like him. But you can fan however you want.
Next up, I mentioned Javonte Williams earlier. He's on my players to watch this week. Look, part of it, we mentioned the blitz and how good he's been. Picking up blitzing defenders, linebackers as well. But they haven't really, early on, haven't really established, and I know Jeff hates the word establish the run, which I think is something.
You establish the pass, and then sometimes you run.
But I think it's something they have to do early on to avoid slow starts, because that's been an issue for them the last couple weeks. And if you can mix in running the ball effectively with throwing the ball as good as they've been throwing, it can help them avoid going down 7-0, 10-0, 14-0 right away. And
I would like to see them have a game that reminds us of, once upon a time, the Cowboys were one of the best running games in football. When's the last real big game Javonte had?
Part of that, and John, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought I saw a stat that the Cowboys have not led in any game in the first half of this year.
Yeah, so they're not leaning on it because they're not out in front.
Right.
But, when's the last, we weren't that long ago, halfway through the season, wasn't he averaging darn near 6 a carry? I'm going to see what he's at now, but he was darn near 6 a carry early on. I don't feel like they've been as effective when they've been running it.
But that leads to when you get to the second half, a lot of times, if you're trailing from most of if you're trailing or tied with most of the first half, you come out the gates in the second half and you really want to establish that passing game to make sure that.
No, absolutely you do. And
I like that. Establishing the pass is a good offense. I like that.
It's like them playing from behind is forcing them to throw the ball more. But I think if they can find some of that rhythm in the ground game early on, it can help minimize them getting off to slower starts and better starts, if that makes sense.
Yeah, their starts have been very slow this year.
Javonte, 3.6 a carry, 5.4. I'm just going through each game. 7.6, 4.2, 8.4.
Raiders game was 92 yards, I think.
Commanders game, he was over 6 yards a carry.
I think that was the last 100-yard game was Washington or was Arizona?
Yeah, his last one was Washington.
Was 100-yard
It has been 6 games since he had a 100-yard game, and it has been the last 4. He's averaged 4.2, 4.4, 3.5, 3.9. Let's get us a little breakout. Let's get us to open up some holes and do some things for Javonte so we can get back to talking about if we pay running backs or not. Because right now he can walk.
That's crazy.
Last month he can walk.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
He's been playing fine. Appreciate you.
Quinnen Williams, look, young quarterback, turnover prone, pressure issues. You got to take over in this game.
Who was that?
Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. And that's what Minnesota would love nothing more than to treat this like a Jalen Hurts game. You know how the Eagles don't want their quarterback to play in the football game? Mm-hmm. Their goal is to not have him play. Hand it off, hand it off, hand it off. Hold your breath and throw a slant. Hand it off, QB sneak it. They would love for their offense to be based on hand it to Aaron Jones a bunch, throw quick short passes, have our game go that way. They don't want it to be we have to get the ball down the field. We got to get it to it's Justin freaking Jefferson, but that's not how they want their offense to have to be run. And he does. He threw it real quick last week and successfully, which you can see these numbers, time to throw. That's how you get a bunch of sacks.
Look at this graph.
Yep, look at this graph.
Look at this.
And what you will see is a guy who holds the ball a long time, which gives you an opportunity to get sacks. So that's the JJ you would like to see, is the JJ who does hold on to the ball a bunch and gives you an opportunity to get a bunch of sacks. Now, there's a chance that Week 14 numbers, where he was tearing it up, that Commanders secondary probably closer to your secondary than the rest of the ones they play. This could be a get right. This could be a JJ. Has he had a 300-yard game?
No.
Okay, this could be a 320 for our boy.
Oh my God!
Come on, this could be a 320.
Come on, man.
That's the case, man. Some jobs better be cut.
Man, that's
right
crazy.
then and there.
I'm just saying it could be.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If
you better be
JJ
honest.
McCarthy
Cooks
goes
his
for 300,
yep.
I'm calling for jobs.
More Taco Bell?
No. I'm
calling
jobs.
for jobs too.
If JJ McCarthy goes for 300, I will eat Taco Bell on the show.
You like
if someone brings it to me.
You like that though.
You don't have to say that.
Taco Bell guy?
We can pretend I don't like it.
No.
I haven't had it in a long time. I don't go out of my way. I
way.
used to eat Taco Bell every day. But
We do.
Oh, you have to go to a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
We got to have a foot race.
We do.
That'll mess you up if you eat that stuff.
All right, foot race next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to have
still
the
for it.
Taco. I'm having
We gotta
the Taco
get it.
Bell
Listen,
before
we got to
the
get
foot
it in
race.
before January because I fast in January, so it won't.
Perfect.
It won't
Let's
be-
do late January.
Yes.
I need you at your
Give us
weakest.
a chance.
Yeah.
You don't
mean,
want to
it's
eat Taco
like-
Bell after fasting. That's the
I'm going to eat.
No, bro, that's the last thing you want.
I'm going to eat 3 crunchy tacos right before our race.
I got one
fuel
more. Dak Prescott. He's been great in prime time. And really just for the sole purpose of if there's one guy that obviously has to be at his best with them, trying to keep hopes alive, it's number 4. And, of course, for him to play against the Blitz, I mentioned earlier the numbers, how well he's played against the extra heat, and he's been phenomenal this season against it.
Bing. Dak, when he wins this game, throws for about 350 and 3 tutties. The Eagles lose to the Raiders. The MVP talk is back, baby. It's back. We need the Eagles' help to get it back, though.
Yeah, I think this is one of those games where Dak can definitely – CD will be back from the concussion.
Right.
And I think George will be playing very angry, very, very crash-outy.
That's not good.
Like, no, not to crash out in a bad way, but
Good
he wants
crash
to,
out.
he wants to damage the defense. He wants to inflict pain on the defense. This will be one of those games where I don't know which one of them will do it. Somebody's taking a slant 75 yards to the house. I don't know which one.
Terp.
Okay.
It might happen. I'm not.
So
That's not a crazy.
You want to apologize to him?
For what?
Good chance? I don't know. He got mad at you on the internet.
Oh yeah. Well,
Are we seeing an unsportsmanlike conduct
Now I'm playing.
from George?
I'm
Sunday night?
playing.
What happened?
Are we seeing an unsportsmanlike penalty from George?
No.
Is he in that
Will
moment?
we
Is he
see
in
an
that?
Instagram post from George after the game at some point? I've got it 33-27 good guys. I think the Cowboys defense is still bad. J.J. McCarthy will look like an NFL quarterback because our secondary is that bad, but Dak and them will hang 33.
If the Cowboys don't blow out the Vikings will win this game. So I'm saying the Cowboys have to blow out the Vikings. I'm going to go 30-14.
27-23, Cowboys.
Let's go, good guys. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you on Sunday for pre- and post-game. Be here or else. Not a threat. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
Micah Parsons sucks. We all silly like the mayor.